Okay, I guess I better go ahead and talk about this. Um, Here we go. I guess I better go ahead and bring this into the light of things because I'm going to go ahead and try to begin the show. I know that I'm going to bring something to light right now because I'm going to go ahead and talk about some anime, some stuff like that. Hopefully my power is still going on this one. So how's everybody doing right now? I haven't been really live streaming lately. I haven't been really doing much lately. I've been really busy because I got a new job and hopefully I'm going to be financially stable for now because it wasn't easy for me lately and I wasn't able to stream a lot because over the months of trying to make some content, I wasn't able to do much. News was very slow, other than the fact that everyone's excited about the new special announcement from Bandai talking about their new Gundam shows that they brought out. A lot of people are talking about the toys and everything, especially what's going on in that field of everything. So today I'm going to go ahead and discuss this because this is kind of a big deal. I don't want to be mean to anybody. Politically speaking, I'm going to go ahead and begin the show tonight because I'm going to go ahead and begin the show right now because there's a lot of things going on. And I'm going to go ahead and begin the show right now. So how's everybody doing? I'm going to go ahead and discuss some things about anime, and everything else is going to be interesting enough because a lot of people are talking about a lot of the stuff that's been announced, especially the trailers and everything else, especially what's going on in the news world of anime. I'm not really sure what to tell you guys. I know that there's been some news lately, and I'm going to go ahead and check it out because there's been a lot of news discussions about anime, and I know that most people are not interested in that stuff. Especially the whole Resident Evil situation. Like, a lot of people are kind of upset with that trailer. I personally didn't really care because I understand that some people were... But I do know something in Japan that just popped up. There's also some news about Shin Kamen Rider film, which they actually revealed the trailer for that. And I know that some people have been talking about it lately. And I know that's not really important, per se, because I want to go ahead and get into this because I know there's been some... Like, everyone's kind of excited with the person who directed Neon Genesis Evangelion and other things are like Hideki Anno, who is one of the creators of the series Neon Genesis Evangelion, is just recently got into live action, which he did Shin Godzilla, which a lot of people liked. I heard there was some good reviews. I actually watched it myself. I thought it was like, meh, it's okay. But I wonder how Shin Kamen Rider is going to be. Because I do like to watch Kamen Rider shows sometimes. It's okay. It's not like the best series. It's kind of like an old series. And I do like to watch Ptatsu shows. And a lot of people have been talking about Shin Kamen Rider, which I'm kind of excited for. I can't really show you the trailer because due to copyright reasons, but I will show you the which is coming out in March 2023, which I'll show you guys the picture of it, and it's kind of interesting because this is what we're going to be seeing in, as you can see, this is the Shin Kamen Rider, which is coming out soon. This is by Anime News Network, by the way, guys. I know that you guys hate them because of the whole situation with the reviews and everything that they did with. Because I know there were some people that hated their reviews. As you can see, this is what you're going to be expecting. I know that there's a trailer. I'll probably show it to you guys right now. Let me go ahead and go to the site itself, to YouTube. I know that they'll probably block it or something, but I'm going to have to stop it. Oh, crap. No, 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 no. Can't show that. But I'm going to go ahead and check out the trailer. I'm going to have to lower the volume here because it's kind of obvious. But I'll show you, I'll probably link it for you guys on the chat so you can check it out. This is kind of interesting because this is kind of what's going on. This is what you're going to be seeing. This is the trailer of Shin Kamen Rider, which is going to be hyped up. So I'm going to go ahead and play this, but I'm going to have to silence the desktop audio on this. Keep this in mind. This is kind of what you're going to be expecting. A series, a movie that's probably coming out, because it just came out like on May 12th, 2022, which I haven't checked it out, so I might as well check it out right now. I can't believe the guy is just like dressed up in a, like he can't even tell what the difference is. Okay, so Shin is kind of totally different. I can see the differences in the original from the, because I did watch the original series, but they're trying to make it out to be something totally different from the series itself. I can see what he's trying to do in the portrayal of it, like especially the whole trench coat thing is kind of hilarious. But I can see that they're trying to make him into this different type of Shin, because Shin Kamen Rider is kind of a totally different story, especially dealing with Shocker, which is like a secret organization that I believe that wants to destroy the whole planet, because that's their goal. And Shocker's kind of that kind of created Kamen Rider, and the person that became Kamen Rider wanted to stop Shocker before they turned someone else into him. It's an interesting series, and I actually did watch it before. So, anyways, I guess I better go ahead and talk about this because that's what we're going to be expecting it on, I believe, the 3rd of 2020 of March. Okay, so it's coming out in March of 2023, which I hope to check out. I hope it will come out soon. And that's going to be interesting news right there. Because I know that's not anime, but it's a live action based on Hideaki Anno's live action, which a lot of people do support in the community because he actually is he's known for Neon Genesis Evangelion, which I can understand why people like to watch his films, because he actually is a really good director. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and talk about something else, which there's been some personal conflicts lately, and I really hate to talk about this because this is something that popped up a while back, and a lot of people are talking about this. It's about the Philippines and the politics that happened. Apparently, and I hate to talk about this because this is something that happened recently, weeks ago, where the Filipino elections elected 2 people who happened to have a bad history. Their family, it turns out one of their family members used to be a dictator. The other one criticized for basically being harsh on criminals, especially drug dealers. This has been a lot of animosity towards them, a lot of hatred towards them, and I do feel bad for the Filipino artists that draw like anime and such are being targeted by this, especially what's going on, especially the conflicts that are going on on Twitter, finding out about this story. There's been some claims that Filipino artists are being discriminated against, I would say. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what's going on, because this is what's been happening to a lot of some of the Filipino artists, having their art canceled, and this is what's happening and what's going on. And I'm gonna go ahead and discuss this because this is something that happened, and I want to go ahead and bring up this issue because this is what's been talked about, and the fact that this is becoming a big problem. Because of the fact anyone recommended Filipino artists that I could commission or support, not appreciating those canceling commissions in the slightest. They need our support. And this is what's going on right now because of the conflicts that are happening. The Philippines election, Bongbong poisoned to become president. Like, the reason why they don't like they don't like this person who is known as Bongbong. Okay, so the problem that this whole situation in this election kind of, oh god, it's like I'm just gonna be very brutally honest right now, because this is my feed right now, because this is becoming a conflict that is happening. Evening, I joined the members of Ontario Filipino community at the. Okay, so that's just something else. Okay. So, going back to this, in the light of being super weird about working with Filipino artists and business ATM, I like to commission and donate to Filipino artist friends who may need support at this time. Because right now, as for the Ukrainian artists, it's at least we could do to reach the Filipino friends. And this is kind of what's going on. There's a lot of conflict within that side of the whole situation. Now, let me see what I can look up, because I know that there's been some conflict that's been happening within that community of people who are canceling their commission, especially their I know PayPal has been canceling it, and this is kind of what's going on. And I kind of would like to talk to this person about this, but I understand that they want to be protected. They don't want to be harassed or anything, so please don't contact or harass them. So this is what's going on. And I know that the Filipino Artists Guild is also possibly trying to promote their art, trying to help them out. And they're trying to do the NFT thing, but I don't really I really am not into NFTs, because I know that there's been some kind of discrepancies and issues with that one. So, anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and bring up this, because this is something that's going on right now. So, let me see if I could find that screenshot of the Filipino artist. Let me see if I could find an anime artist. Let's see if that pops up. So, this is what's going on. Filipino artists boycotted over politics. And this is what happened. They're just getting canceled. I wonder if any Filipino artists, Obey Me artists, are coming to the Anime North. I like to support you at your con. So, what is going on with this is that there are people that are trying to make money, trying to make a living, and that's what's going on, and they're being canceled over politics. This has caused a lot of ripple in the artist community, which I understand this is becoming a problem. Personally, I don't have an issue. I don't really know what the Philippine politics is down there. All I know is that they don't like a certain people. Hey, struggling Filipino artist here. Shooting my shoot. I do Victor Smug anime, chibi, both. Pets I consider. So, this is what's happening. A lot of them are being discriminated. From what I understand, there's a screenshot of this that happened. And I know there's been a lot of conflicts that are happening. So I'm going to let someone, if I know the video, Ray Desu talked about this. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up Ray Desu's video as soon as possible. because I know that he has the info on this, and Rev Desu kind of pointed out this issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for Rev Desu's video, and he's going to explain what's going on. So this is what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the video, and this is what's going on right now, because Rev kind of points out this issue, and I'm going to go ahead and try to at least skip this as soon as possible, because I'm going to use the restroom here. All right, here we go.
Today I'm going to help shed some light on innocent artists who are being punished for political developments they have no responsibility for. International customers have been canceling commissions and other business transactions with hundreds of Filipino artists because they don't want to support anything to do with their country, citing the results of its most recent presidential election. So today we're going to explore a Twitter thread sharing the stories of many Filipino artists who have lost international customers over the past 2 days in this very disturbing set of virtue signaling that's punishing artists as a result of these political developments. Now, a quick disclaimer before we get into it: I won't claim to know the intricacies of this situation. I share my opinion based on what I've researched. It's obviously not perfect, and I'm also aware that in a continued and welcomed surprise for this channel, the Philippines represents my second largest demographic of viewers, so obviously some of our friends from the Philippines are watching this, and I would appreciate any insights you guys can give to contribute towards this situation in the comment section down below. So to give a rough and quick summary of what's going on in the Philippines, on May 9th, the country's presidential election concluded. The winner was a man named Ferdinand Marcos Jr., the son of a former Filipino dictator responsible for the death and incarceration of thousands of innocent Filipino citizens during his rule. While some have questioned even the legitimacy of this landslide victory, many have also reacted to their fears that history might repeat itself with these election results. While you could have expected the usual chodes from Wall Street or whatever to pull their investments, I did not expect what we're looking at today. With the assistance of this Twitter thread linked in the description, you can see that many Filipino artists have been unfairly punished for these political developments. While there are many examples contained in the thread, I just want to focus on a few examples provided by various artists to demonstrate my point. In this example, the customer says, "Hello, please remove me from your waitlist, thanks." The artist replies, "Are you sure?" And the customer responds with, "Yes. I can't take a risk now, ever since I heard about the situation in the Philippines," eventually telling the artist to find another client. In our next example, the customer is canceling their commission, stating that they can't support fascism. As a consequence, implying that supporting the artist is somehow supporting fascism. Here's one final example. The customer saying they hope the audience understands why they can't follow through with their commission given the artist's supposed politics, stating it's too risky to support Filipino artists at this time. And while there's many more examples in the thread, these three are representative of many others. They're all so ignorant that I can give them all one collective response. Too much risk to work with Filipino artists? You know what's a risk? Being treated differently based on where you live. People ignorantly assigning a leader's disposition onto innocent citizens, going as far to label them as fascists simply for existing. Treating someone differently based solely on their geographical location, regardless of their personal attributes. Yeah, you know what that sounds like? At the very least, something rooted in racism and ignorance. The fact that so many Filipino artists, a community that is already historically underpaid, are being blackballed by virtue signalers as a result of this election is frustrating to say the least. But now I want to do my part. If you want to support some talented Filipino artists, here's a thread containing many of them, one that you can find in the description as well. Be sure to show your support to them. Let's wish our Filipino friends, artists, viewers, and alike some much needed positivity during these hard times. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe for more daily videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
That is what's going on right now, and a lot of people are very concerned about this. Sorry about that, guys. Here's what's going on. A lot of people are concerned about what's going on politically and what's happening right now in that country. I've been trying to figure out what is going on right now, and that is how it is. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this and give you guys my opinion and my 2 cents on this. This is kind of stupid, and this is kind of discriminatory, and this is kind of bad because of the fact that, yeah, I don't think people deserve this type of treatment based on politics. But unfortunately, we're living in a world of conflict right now, and people are divided. But the problem is people don't know how to unify and don't know how to be diplomatic about it. They just pretend to care about the world, and they just think that everything wrong with it just because of one leader they dislike. It's kind of sad that this happened because a lot of people are concerned about this because of the behavior that people treat people in this society and how they can't seem to resolve issues. And the fact that I kind of realize this, I do had my fair share of conflicts before. And sometimes people don't want to resolve it with me. They don't care to. They just want to move on from it. And that's why sometimes I leave them alone. And when it comes down to it, I guess that people don't appreciate the fact that they can live in peace, but they want to start conflicts and everything with issues that have nothing to do with them. That, like, the Philippines, there's a fair share of issues in the Philippines, but it's not our concern outside of it because it has nothing to do with us. It has something to do with their own country, and yet people are getting upset and trying to cancel commissions and stop and also trying to go so far to cancel Patreon. Like, I remember there was a situation a long time ago with an adult film star who is Filipino, and I remembered this incident. I know that PayPal had to also terminate her account because of the issues with, let's just say this, Asian banks. That's kind of the situation with the Philippines because it's harder because there's like inaccuracies in banks. They can't really trust them. They're not a part of the FDIC. And I know that the Philippines have a hard time trying to establish a banking system or a bank that can help them, organize money from other countries and everything. And the problem is that due to the fact that they have a hard time, I know that in the U.S. they have a hard time trusting Asian countries, especially the Philippines. And this is kind of what I heard from my sister and everything. The Asian banks are kind of, let's put it this way, they kind of, according to some sources I talked to, there's a lot of discrepancies, like a lot of accounting discrepancies, especially money-wise. Like, they believe in money laundering and all that stuff that's going on with their country. And it's kind of a situation with them. Money-wise, they're not like Visa or anything like that. It's just some criminal activities and everything in that. And they claim that they don't want to associate with that country for certain reasons, not for political reasons, financial reasons. They and it's kind of like they have this kind of list for reasons that I forgot what it was called, and I can't really say much about it because, from my understanding, it's kind of what's going on with that country. Especially when I found out that PayPal got involved in it, they canceled people's orders and everything. And I understand that a lot of these Filipino artists make a living off of this, and it's kind of difficult for them to make money off of it because due to international interference and all that other stuff. And I remember this Filipino adult film star was trying to use that money to help victims of hurricane tragedy in Philippines, especially try to make a school. But unfortunately, due to international and other reasons, they kind of terminated her account. And I felt bad for her because she didn't deserve it, but unfortunately they always had there was always a conflict with her, especially her history of a lot of things that happened to her in her past, that they just don't trust her enough. And it kind of caused a lot of problems. And I understand she was trying to redeem herself, trying to help those kids, but it's kind of sad that a lot of people look at her just because she's a porn star or had a really bad past. She came through with a lot of things. Like, she went through life, suffering, but she came back stronger. She was a very positive person when you listen to her. But it's a shame that a lot of people look down on her differently just because she used to be a porn star. And the way people treat her. Especially, I heard about the conflict with her. And I'm not going to mention her name because she doesn't want to be known anymore for some weird reason. And I don't hold it against her because she has been trying her best to be, a figure, trying to be like, let's just say she tried her best to, be a positive influence, but everyone still looks down on her in that way. And I don't hold it against her because she was a nice person, and she didn't deserve the kind of treatment that people do to her. But anyways, here's the thing. I don't hold it against people, but it's kind of sad hearing that story because a lot of those people who are trying to make a living are being discriminated against. And I hate to hear that. I hate to use that word, but it just sounds like it is. And just because they don't like a certain leader in that country, they have to condemn the whole lot of people that live in that country and say, I don't support fascism. And it's like, wow. Like, there's some really good people. I'm sure there's some really good people in the Philippines, and I met a lot of them. Even at work, they're good people too. I don't think it's kind of sad that you're going to try to condemn them based on politics. And that's kind of the biggest problem. Like, what is that going to do? Why are you so concerned about the Philippines? Well, it's because this person is going to be a fascist. I actually found out what these people do. Yes, they are harsh on criminals. Very harsh, especially the whole helicopter thing was kind of funny. Throwing criminals off a helicopter was kind of funny. But at the same time, yes, I can understand the conflict of interest of why you don't want them to be there. But there's nothing you can do about it because I'm not in that country. I don't live in that country. Do you live in that country? No. But yet you guys are trying to enforce your political values on people that had nothing to do. And me, I have nothing to do with their country. But you guys are starting conflict with them over politics. I understand that you guys hate the leader that represents that country, but here's the problem. You're treating people negatively, and that's the problem. That's going to cause resentment in the long term when you do that. And those people did nothing wrong, and you're treating them like they did something wrong. That's the issue that I have with this, and that's the problem. And people have been trying their best to basically, like, right now, I don't know why anyone would do this. It kind of seems kind of fake with the screenshot, but holy hell. People getting themselves canceled over this. And they did nothing wrong. And I don't know why you want to punish them for that. I don't get it. Especially PayPal's doing this too. Like, they're condemning those people for using PayPal. Like, I understand. That's a lot of money that they lost because of this. Because they're trying to make a living off of this. Because in the Philippines, it's not easy. I get it, because that's how they're trying to make a living. Because I heard a lot of things in the Philippines, and I know there's some people that are just trying to find a job, especially going to the U.S. and everything. And it's kind of sad that this is how we're treating them. But anyways, I'm gonna move on from this because it is depressing. It is a depressing story, and I really hate politics sometimes. But sometimes I can discuss it, but sometimes I just like, this is stupid. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this because let's see here. Oh god, they really did it, didn't they? Magi stage musical unveils. That's funny. Oh, so they're gonna bring out another Nighthead. Oh man, they got another season. Nighthead anime stage play reveals cast. No, actually, they ended that series, but I did watch the original Nighthead anime in the early 2000s. I think it was in the early 2000s. I thought it was actually pretty cool because it kind of reminded me too much like Supernatural, but they were two brothers that basically I know it was like based on a live action drama. I actually checked it out. Actually, I thought it was really good. It was kind of like a horror type storyline, but at the same time, when you watch even the live action movie that they did for it too, it was kind of like a horror film in a way, but at the same time they deal with it with their psychic powers. And the two brothers, one has ESP, the other one has telekinesis, and they basically, fight it out with other psychics. And it's an interesting series but this one with Nighthead 2041, they basically accidentally step into another universe, and they have to solve the situation. Because I remember they didn't have long hair. They had basically they had like short hair and everything. They were kind of like the differences of like the Hardy Boys in a way, but they're not. They're just Japanese kids that had psychic powers. And I really did like that series for some reason, because I actually thought it was really good, but they kind of ended it in a kind of a it was canceled later on, because I remembered it was kind of like that. Because Nighthead, I think that's the series it was called, Nighthead Genesis, back in 2006. That's the series that they were doing. And I actually liked it, but sadly, they kind of ended it on a cliffhanger, and I was kind of disappointed, because it was like, yeah, that was what they were doing. So, okay, so Legend of Galactic Heroes De Nuevo, these animes get a 4th season. Wow, well, that's interesting. Let's see. Pokemon anime 25th anniversary season. That's another thing that's popping up. Yeah, everyone's talking about it, and it's going to be the trailer Steam dubbed launched on Netflix. So apparently they're going to put the show on Netflix because why not? They have the money. Let me see what else they have. I know Netflix has another anime called Vampire in the Garden. The anime posts more cast clips in the premiere. Let me see. Jujutsu Kaisen Zero ends theatrical run in Japan on May 29th, which is kind of surprising. Danganronpa Goodbye Despair Anniversary Edition launches on Xbox One and PC Pass. That's another thing that's coming out. If you're interested in that, go ahead. There's a lot of things going on. What else? PlayStation Console has shipped 19.19 million units. Wow. I wish I could get I wish I could get the PlayStation 5, but unfortunately, my situation is pretty bad. Nintendo Switch console crosses 1.07.65 million units in sales. That's interesting. They're actually doing pretty well for themselves, Nintendo-wise. Now everyone's talking about Dragon Ball Super Superhero. I thought that was actually really interesting. Let me see. Let's see. Tenpai Manjong manga author Tomoshi Kuga passed away. Sad news indeed. The Call of Vampire adds 4 more cast members. Yeah, I already watched the trailers that they had. They had like several trailers for that anime Call the Night, which is basically kind of like a... I think it's kind of like a harem anime, but it's not. It's basically kind of mixed with vampires. And let's see, what else do they have? Casino Vermilion. Skinso no Vermilion anime video reveals more cast. Okay, that's interesting. And a song. Careless Caressing the Nipples manga. That's funny. Oh, God. This is kind of a... Okay, so... Healing animal eared blob boys love. Okay, so it's an anime fiesta anime. Okay. Oh, God, this is funny. Oh, so it has, like, cat boys and such. Oh, God, this is kind of freaking weird. I can't show you guys this because due to so now you guys got your LGBTQ content right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God, this is hilarious. Caressing the Nipples and Hibernating Bear BL TV reveals more cast premieres July 3rd this year. Wow, it has cat boys and this is funny. This is Mori no Kuma-san or Tonichu. Okay. Caressing the nipples of my hibernating bear. Wow. So it's basically a boy love anime that's going to be coming out. Like, I assume Disney's going to probably buy this. That's going to be interesting. Anyways, let's go ahead. Bookwalker Global adds audiobooks from Yen Press. Let's see. High Dive, The Executioner and Her Way of Life, English dubbed. Let me see. Ooh, Peter Grill. I can't believe it got a second season. Like, I watched that anime, and it's kind of strange. Like, they're adding. It's a harem anime. It's basically about Peter Grill, the world's strongest fighter. He ascends to the top and came unexpected consequences. Women around the world, human and monster alike, want to bear his genetically superior children, since he currently engaged in love with his Love is Light, Peter Grill isn't too keen on the sudden popularity, and it will take every ounce of his self control for Peter Grill to keep his hands to himself and his relationships with his Pernerio in One Piece in outrageously relevant Peter Grill in the philosophers of time. And it was kind of funny too. Like he kind of fell in love, like he kind of wants to marry this girl, but every woman, like he ends up sleeping with those women by not by accident, but it's like, yeah, he kind of did. And one of them tried to take advantage of him, sleeping in the bed with him. Like every episode, he ends up sleeping with some woman. And I couldn't help but laugh at that anime because it's kind of a harem anime. And I know there was like the two orgs, the elf, the orc. Yes, they had an orc. But the orc was cute. The orc was kind of cute. I couldn't help but laugh at that episode because it was kind of funny. Then I guess they're going to add the dwarves now. Oh my god. Like, it's freaking hilarious. Like, I guess they're going to add more characters to the series. Because every monster girl wants to sleep with him so they can have my baby Peter. The free RPG play will have optimal game purchases. Oh god, so it's going to be a phone game. Great. Hey, how's it going, buddy? Did you know that Peter Grill is the Peter Grill's getting a second season? Yeah, Peter Grill is actually an anime about a guy who he actually won a tournament. He's like the perfect warrior. He's like the strongest fighter in the world in his own in a fantasy world. And what happened was he won this tournament, and he wants to marry this girl, but the hindrance is that a bunch of women want to have his baby. And he ends up sleeping with them in every episode. Yeah. Yeah. That's what happened. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Oh really? He became an agent. Everyone. Oh really? Yeah, there's also another conflict. Did you hear about that Gura Gura cosplayer that got attacked online for just being called pedo bait? Yeah, I know. A lot of them were getting attacked over this, and I'm just like, why the hell would you go after someone that clearly is an adult and she's cosplaying? And I can understand, like, she's even joking about it too. Like the cosplayer question. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I'm gonna show you guys something, and this is the person that caused this whole controversy with the cosplay that she was doing. That's her. Yeah, this is Nico. I think it was Nico 0814. Yeah, so she kind of does this hilarious thing, like she's like showing the handcuffs and everything, like saying I am FBI. Yeah, she says it on her profile. Yeah, the Gura Gura cosplay. But she also has other cosplays. Like I was like looking at some of them. Yeah. Like this is one of the cosplays that she did. And it's like it's clear to me that she's not like she yeah, she's cute though. I'm not gonna deny it. Like she's cute, but I'm not gonna go oh like that. Yeah, yeah. Like I personally don't have a like. Oh, what the hell was that? Yeah, from my yeah, I know. I remembered that one. I remember this one because that was from the Marin cosplay that she did from my Dress Up My Darling. That's the anime that they call it. But she right now she's just trying to like she's doing like other cosplays. I think this is from I forgot which one it is. Laplace Laplace Des Art Des. Yeah, she her taste in cosplay is kind of like it's pretty good. I'm not gonna hold it against her because she definitely has like I know she's just a TikTok. She's just a yeah. She's hilarious. Like she does have the memeable ability. She's memeable. I do like Spy Family. I thought it was hilarious that one episode where they basically had to go on like he called in all the people just to go on a mission just so he could so he could get her to play at to a castle and just to reward her for passing a test to go to the school. I know a lot of people are talking about that one, and there was also the fact that it almost I forgot which anime style they were doing. Like the people that did Full Metal Alchemist. I think they did that. Did they do that anime? Yeah. Okay. Attack on Titan. All right. Yeah, it's a really good series, and I liked it. Um, Let me see. What else did I watch that was actually on there that they? Because let's see. Let me see what else I got. Hmm. And everyone's like talking about. Let's see. Everyone's like excited about the skeleton. Like I noticed that there's like a top like for certain animes, and people are talking about Skeleton Knight in Another World. Skeleton Knight in Another World. Yeah, 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 yeah. And there's also Rising the Shield Hero season 2, which already came out. Like people are, I I seen it. I seen it. It's actually pretty good so far. Right now they already. I hate this. I'm not gonna spoil anything. All I can tell you is that it involves something huge. A huge conspiracy. Another huge conspiracy that involves a certain being. Yeah, I can understand. Like a lot of people right now are kind of excited about that series because it's actually getting a lot of hype, but it's not as bad as most people make it out to be. Like they're still not over the whole slave thing. Yeah, like they're literally like getting upset over that one. Like there's a lot of conflict with that, and there was also a lot of conflict with other stuff. Yeah, because they're literally not over it, and they went after several animes over petty issues like Spy X Family, accusing them for a stupid petty reason. Oh, it's sexualizing a little girl. And I'm just like, it isn't sexualizing a little girl. What the hell are you talking about? And it's like I think someone's trying to troll. And there's also Comey Can't Communicate Part Two, which I don't know why that series is getting. Like I thought in Japan they didn't like that series. Comey Can't Communicate. Yeah, my. Oh, let me go ahead and. Comey Can't Communicate. Yeah, Comey-san can't communicate. Like they're literally trying to. Yeah, it's like I think most people lost interest to that thing. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, really? That's fair. Well, they are releasing. They actually are releasing an anime that I found out that is kind of a boy love series, and it's furries, cat boys and bears. I'm not joking. That's what they're releasing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's on Anime News Network. It's something to do with nipples. Did you hear about Netflix and their corporate culture thing that they're doing? They got pissed off. They finally. Yeah. Well, I do. I remembered. Actually, I found out from Comedy Hype they didn't air everything. I remember there was a there was a show that was about because I know the there was a I remember there was a leading single star husband who does comic books. I forgot which one. Like she used to be on the show a long time ago, and I used to remember watching Living Single when I was a kid in the early '90s. One of the actresses was married to a comic book writer, and he was a white guy. And I heard that they tried to propose a show. It was, and I forgot what it was called. I know that she tried to introduce this show as basically about. It was kind of like a sci-fi show, and they proposed it. And from the storyline, it was based on a comic book that they did, and unfortunately, they the network they had this white guy say no, and it had diversity and everything. It had like a black leading character, but they just simply said no. They felt like it didn't would, and this is what the guy said, that he wouldn't. The producer didn't want to sell a black sci-fi show. He rejected that show. And even though, yeah, 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 it was like a black sci-fi. Let me see if I can find that black. Let's see, something like that. But it was like a. It was kind of like called. Let's see, what was it called? Prison? No, it wasn't Prison. Let's see if I can find it, because it was written by a... No, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one. Wasn't that one. Wasn't... Yeah, it's like there was a lot of weird books that they released. And I know it was like a... It was a black sci-fi story, and the girl who married the comic book writer was on Living Singles, and I heard about it because I was like watching Comedy Hype. They always have some really interesting videos about black sitcoms and actors in particular, and they always talk about them. And I always listen to their like really, they have some really good research on their documentaries when it comes to like the history of black sitcoms and actors, especially talking about the deaths and everything. Like they do their research, especially like I used to remember UPN, and they talked about that too, like how black sitcoms were, because they were really popular on UPN. And I used to remember that network until they canceled it. Yeah. Yeah, they got on BET, and they basically like really ruined, like some of them did okay, but some of them just were like bad because they didn't have the writers that they... Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree. George Lopez. Yeah, I remembered watching that series. Um, it was okay. It wasn't like the best series ever. Like, but yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, because he wasn't really doing a good job with that one. Let's see if I can remember, because I know that they had... Oh, really? Slavic? Dubbed in Slavic? Yeah. Yeah. Creepy. Yeah, they definitely are creepy when it comes to trying to pick and choose what they want to put out there, and it just comes off as a little bit disturbing and cringy. Yeah. Okay, now I found out the Go ahead, go ahead. Yeah. Now I found out the actress's name, Erica Rose Alexander from Living Single. Like she let's see, performed the play in Forbidden City. Let me see what else she writing career. She co-wrote Concrete Park. That was the comic book, and they tried to get on Netflix, but it was rejected. That was the comic book that they did. It's called Concrete Park. I used to grow up watching like the actress that did Living Single, but it's like, okay, Concrete Park graphic novel. But I know it was Concrete Park was rejected. Yeah. Yeah, because let's see here. Rejection was mother creation okay, so here's what I understood from it. Rejection was mothered of creation for Concrete Park co-creator and video. So what happened, working in Hollywood for years, the actress and writer Erica Alexander had suffered her share of rejections, but stung deeply, ultimately making more creative because by the 2010, Alexander was well known for her role in Attorney and Maxine Shaw in the Fox Living Single actress, was later hailed as her confident, nuanced portrayal of Detective Latoya in the Academy Award nominating Get Out. She actually was a really good actress on Get Out. At one point, she pitched a new TV series called Concrete Park, about a black teenager who awakened on a distant, deserted world known as Kepler 58b, where they had to fight for freedom against hostile forces. She had maps and character sketches and detail of the storyline. The Concrete Park character Lena, executives were uninterested. One executive told her black people don't like science fiction because they don't see themselves in the future. And I believe she tried to get on Netflix, and that's one of the producers that said that. And she actually has a comic, and that was the comic book that they were trying to do. And I see right here, okay, blah blah blah. TV pitch meeting with out of touch executives in an interview with Breakfast Club. Alexander recalls keeping her chin up in the face of discouragement, taking inspiration from success of many sci-fi starring Will Smith and Independence Day and many. Yeah. 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 That's pretty much what's going on. Like Concrete Park is basically she kind of awakens in this cuz even Netflix rejected this. Yeah. And that's what happened. Like they basically did not want this film. They didn't want this show for some weird reason. Cause she tried to go to Netflix, and I heard that the rumor has it they rejected this show. Yeah, it would be a grindhouse type of style TV show. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of sad that they kind of treat this, especially how they're treating Resident Evil right now, and people are talking about that one. Yeah, I Whisker. They're making Let me see. Resident Evil. So they're making a black version of Wesker. That's what they're trying to do. That's the conflict. Wesker is now officially black in the pilot episode of Resident Evil. Yeah, they kind of prove this. It's like, yeah, Wesker's now black. Congratulations. It's like, you're going to put Wesker in Resident Evil, and I just don't get why. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, they've been saying this for a while. And that's the controversy of it. Like, they're bringing in a guy that I don't even know why they're going to make a villain in the whole Resident Evil series black. I don't know. It would be a big surprise there. Because they have the cast and everything for Resident Evil, and it's like, okay, that's kind of interesting, but they're trying to focus on the kids, which I find, yeah, that's what they're trying to do, like the Wesker kids, and I'm just like, okay. Live action set of the main cast of Lance Reddick set starred Albert Wesker. I think they're trying to portray Wesker as a family man, and the fact that Wesker is a villain, I don't know how they're gonna do this. Yeah, that's the problem. I know, and that's the problem. Like, I don't think they understand the source material. I don't know why they're making a show about a villain in Resident Evil's family. Like, I don't get how that's gonna work, because Wesker's a villain. How is he? What, is he gonna kill his own kids? Is that what you're gonna do? Are you gonna make it into a horror series? Because it's a horror series, not a freaking goddamn like, you're gonna be focusing on family, on his family, and it's like, I don't get why you're gonna do that. Oh shit! Don't tell me Fred Ward died. Oh crap, he died. Fred Ward. I used to remember. Yeah, he was in Tremors, but he was also known for one particular movie that was like a cult following. He was known for one particular movie that I remembered. Reno Williams, The Adventure Begins. He was in Big Business, which was a comedy that I remember as a kid too. Yep, and he was also in Thunderheart with Val Kilmer. Oh yeah. Yeah. He was in a lot of good movies. Like, he was in the original Tremors, he was in the original Tremors 2. but he didn't want to play any more sequels, sadly, because he with Kevin Bacon. He did a lot of good movies, especially Escape from Alcatraz. Like, he did that too. He did Road Trip. He did a lot of other movies. Like, he wasn't a big actor per se, but he was a good actor in a lot of good movies that he did. Like, I personally do like his movies. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he did one of the movies he did was also he did like several movies. He wasn't just known for that. And I do feel bad, like Kevin Bacon acknowledged him right now. Man, Fred Ward was actually, he was a good actor for his time back in the 80s and early 90s, 2000s. He's still be remembered, and I feel bad that he died because I used to remember watching him growing up. Like, he even yeah, yep, yeah, that guy starred in some. Even though he wasn't like a huge actor, he was still acting. Like, shoot. He even did True Detective. He did True Detective, and that's another one. Like, sheesh. Let's see, what else did he do? Produced in one credit, Miami Blues. He was the executive producer of Miami Blues. Let me see, what else did he do? Prince of Pennsylvania, Tremors. Let me see, Dark Wind with Lou Diamond Phillips. Probably need to watch that one. Gun TV series. Yep, he was. He was on Crow's Salvation. Oh, yep. ER TV show. Exit Speed. Yeah, he was also on Armored movie. Two Guns. True Detective. And then Tremors, the rumored TV show. Their Tremors TV movie. Yeah, I like that. Mm-hmm. He did a lot of movies. He did TV movies. He did TV shows. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The one movie he will forever be known for, but even though it wasn't like the best movie ever made, it does have a cult following, which was Remo Williams' Adventure Begins. Even though it doesn't get a sequel, it also starred the lady who was known as Captain Janeway. But it wasn't like the best movie ever made. But Remo Williams' Adventure Begins was kind of it's not. It wasn't the best. It was cheesy. Sonar. Yeah, through the ground. Sonar. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, did you hear about Ollie London? Ollie London, the transracial Korean, now a woman. He became the ultimate. She became the ultimate meme. She is transracial. She's now Korean, and she used to be a man, but now she's a woman. The ultimate, the ultimate meme. Transracial, transgender. She's from London. She is she used to be white. Now she's Korean and identifies as Korean. Ollie London. Yeah, the BTS, one of the BTS singers, and had plastic surgery. Yeah, now identifies as a woman. Wanted to have married the BTS star, but has a crush on some. This she's bizarre. Yeah, and she kind of said, "I'm breaking up with you." She even made a song on YouTube, and I was just like, she's like she's not even she's like she's obviously trolling, but a lot of people think, yeah, she's not trolling, she's serious, she's actually doing this. Like, people can't help but laugh at this. Yeah, like she got on Channel 4 BBC, and they tried to talk to him, and I mean, sorry, her, because she identifies as non-binary. Yeah, she's non-binary, and of course, what happened was she was standing her ground because they were trying to guilt trip her. Yeah, 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 and yeah, and of course, I gotta give him props. I mean, sorry, her props. I apologize because it's hard for me to, because even if I misgender, I still have a hard time trying to, because it's always hard. It's hard for me because I still remember that person as they are. Because Ollie is will forever become the ultimate meme legend lord, or empress now, because she has transitioned. She has transitioned 3 times. She is trans Korean. She actually has a YouTube channel. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe. Yeah, Rachel Dolezal did it first. I can't help but laugh at that. That was hilarious. Like that whole that that whole yeah. So Ollie is now transgender. So it's kind of funny how transracial identity as a Korean woman. Yeah, yeah. Especially the whole like I gotta give props to J.K. Rowling. Like I'm looking at his tweets right now. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys right now. This is Ollie London. This is the person that everyone's talking about. I am Korean. People need to accept that. I will agree with people need to accept. Yeah, the cone rolls. Yeah, the cone rolls is the yeah the cone rolls. Yeah. So here's what's going on too. Like I'm looking at his tweets and everything. Like this is hilarious. Like literally a meme queen now. Korean. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's doing. Yeah, yeah, he's talking about it. Like J.K. Rowling was banished from the reunion of her own movie Harry Potter, even though she created Harry Potter and made a film studio, cast crew billions of dollars. Yet they hired Ezra Miller to stay silent on him, on him being arrested so many times and assaulting a woman. How hip? Well, a lot of people didn't like what you call it. So yeah, he is. Yeah, because lately people talk about Ezra Miller, and it's like, yeah, he's crazy. I think the problem with him was he kind of did this whole I self-identify as this, and then he missed. And of course, someone spilled the beans that he misgendered their identity. Yeah, yeah. I think they were trying to use Ezra Miller as considering his attractiveness. I think they were trying to replace him as the new Johnny Depp, but instead they found out that he, for let's put it this way, the modern age Johnny Depp, but with his I hate to misidentify this person, but this person identifies as I forgot what it's called, non-binary. So I guess they wanted to use Ezra Miller as a way to get their audience, considering that all he did was star in one particular role, which was basically the Justice League, which they haven't yet released the Flash movie yet. They should have released it right now so they could make a little bit of money. But the problem is, there's been some issues with Ezra. From what I heard from rumors, he was difficult to work with on set, and I think Ezra really wants to get out. He really hates working in Hollywood. That's what I think is the problem with him. I think he really hates the work. I think he doesn't want to put in the work. He just wants to get out of it. He doesn't care. He just wants to ruin his own career, which is the wrong thing to do. And by the looks of him, I think he wants to become like a fashion model. Because I got to look up his background and everything. Because originally he was like a nerdy guy. Like he was like a real nerdy guy. When he did that interview with what's her name? The Wonder Woman actress. Let's see. Like, this was Ezra Miller back when he was like younger. Like, this was when he was younger. Miller started in 2008 with Antonio Campos After School, a role of teenage boarding school who accidentally films drug-related deaths of two classmates. Okay. Memorable following this year appeared in City Island with Andy Garcia. Oh yeah, I remember Andreas Garcia. Good actor. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard it. I haven't seen him make any movies as much. He mostly does like B or independent movies. You see, because yeah, yeah, it's like he used to be really happy and everything, and it's like, what happened to him when he became non-binary? I know. And it's kind of sad though because it's like, okay, so Ezra Matthew Miller, born in which gotta be New Jersey. Go figure, New Jersey. Mother was a Martell Miller, is a modern dancer. Their father, Robert Miller, was a senior vice president, a managing director of Hyperion Books. Oh yeah, Hyperion Books. I know what that is. And later became publisher at Workman Publishing. Miller's father is Jewish, where his mother is a Christian of Dutch and German descent. Miller self-identifies as Jewish and spiritual. And 4chan will probably have a field day with this. Yeah. Yeah, Kravitz. Yeah, Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, I guess I I did watch. let's see here. Miller came out as queer in 2020 and 2012, and then but said in 2020 that they do not use the label queer. They also said okay, so he's basically saying he was queer back in 2012, but isn't queer because there was no label or word for it. And I don't do that. I don't identify as a man. I don't identify as a woman. I barely identify as a human. So you're basically an alien. Miller uses they, them pronouns, which GQ wrote in 2020 and pointed refusal to be gendered. They previously used all pronouns interchangeable but as soon as 2022 uses they, them, it, or they pronouns, having expressed interest of kissing boys at a young age, Miller said the way I choose to identify myself wouldn't be gay, but I've been attracted mostly to she's. But I've been with many people, and I'm open to loving whatever it can be. Miller also commented on having a lot of really wonderful friends who are very different sexes and genders, and I'm very much in love with no one in particular. That's the problem. Now I see the problem. I see his problem now. He has. Miller showed up in support for the Me Too movement and revealed a personal experience that kind of. Yeah, he was groomed. That's probably what caused him to. That caused him to have those really bad experiences. And I do agree with Clownfish that he definitely needs to go see a therapist. Or someone has to pay for his therapy, because this guy is not this. I'm sorry. Them needs to see a therapist immediately. Yeah. 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 That's what I'm kind of worried about. Yeah, I heard about it. I heard about it. I heard about it. I think, because I've been hearing this for a while, they want to convert these kids into their side so that they can have their own future voters. They want robots, not people who can think for themselves. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's the thing that kind of bothered me, especially pharmaceutical companies. I used to remember back in the 80s and early 90s, they were giving out pills to kids because they've been diagnosed or misdiagnosed with depression and ADHD and all this other stuff. Yeah, and they don't, and they caused a lot of side effects. Yeah, and you find out that you're in the autism spectrum later on, didn't you? Yeah, that doesn't work on kids anymore with autism spectrum, especially if you're on medication like that. That would cause you to go commit suicide or something. Did you have suicidal thoughts when you took the yeah, medication. Yeah, there's like a side effects on pills that you have to look up, and those pills have the side effects on you, and it's like those pills really try to kill you, especially your liver. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I had to stop taking medication for a while back, because I was just like, and after that I kind of felt better because I kind of luckily, I found a job because my therapist helped me out a lot. He understood that I was just trying to make a trying to live through, because I had a difficult time living through my life, and he kind of was right about one thing, that I need to do something with my life instead of living through this living on the computer every day. I should have just done something with my life, find a job, and he was right, and it did help me. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Ta taking taking photos. Oh. Oh, really? Like you're gonna try to film them? Yeah, doing photography. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. It depends. You have to cut off. You have to cut off drinking sodas. Like you could drink. I had to cut off I had to cut off drinking. Like I had to buy the zero sugar Coca-Cola stuff. It's like the Diet Cola stuff. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have sugar. It has artificial sweetener. That's kind of the difference right there. Yeah, yeah. Because I had to drink. Even though yeah, I eat less now, but I do eat a lot of food. But the way it works is you have to drink some water or drink less soda. That's how it works. Like you can drink diet, but that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, everyone's talking about Sneakerella. Oh boy, that's funny. X Men. What the heck are they doing with the X Men now? Yeah, yeah. You just gotta eat. You gotta eat something that's like like I don't know. You can eat cereal, but cereal's kind of like it has the vegetable oil thing. Like people tell me to lay off the vegetable oil because yeah, yeah. And people are arguing about yeah, and they're arguing about this. Like people are hmm, yeah, and it's linked to and then they want people to not use they want people to use it because that's probably what they're recommending so they could sell it to people. Yeah, he should use it. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. That's what that's what Gynex was known for. I think yeah, it is a really good series for itself. That's what it's known for. It's known to surprise you. Yeah, it's like the most underrated series, but it wasn't like the best series ever made, but it was one of those animes that people remember, especially Megazone 23. That's another one. Yeah. I I I remembered like yeah, it is. And of course it focuses on a female protagonist, and that's why it's so popular, because of the fact it told a really good story with a female protagonist in it. Yeah, and that's what it was known for. Like even when they try to do Gunbuster 2, yeah, Diebuster, which is kind of a different version of Gunbuster, they tried to parody it in a way. Yeah. I remember right now, I know that anime studios are uploading content on YouTube. Yeah, they uploaded like Gigantor, or AKA t- 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 yep, touches in 28 actually. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people are talking, oh, Bleach Thousand Year Blood War just uploaded on YouTube 13 days ago. Yeah. Yeah. And they also, yeah. They're also uploading Sonic X. They have like all 78 episodes on YouTube. Like TMS is up. Yeah, and they're also uploading Magic Knight Ray Earth. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Let me see if I remember that series. I used to remember watching that series. Is that what I think it is? Let me see if I remember the series. Remy El Niño de Neri. All right, there's. Oh yeah, yeah. I know it's a long ass to watch that series. I know it's a long ass series. That's because it's because the popularity of it. You remember what Naruto and Bleach were, right? It was like I remember watching like almost 200 to 300 episodes of that series. Let's see. Remy. Let's see. Remy El Niño de Nada. Yeah. There was also I used to remember Monster Rancher. Yeah. Yeah, they have it uploaded, but sadly, the season two was kind of like I don't know what happened, but they kind of ended that series in a kind of strangely. Yeah, because they kind of ended it in a sort of weird way because they were trying to rescue. Like I'm looking at this, like they have it in Espanol, surprisingly, on TMS. Yeah. Let's see, Retro Crush Shoujo. Really? Now they got another Midnight Pulp, Agent Crush, Cinehouse. Okay, so I would go on Met, but they're charging right now for money now on Retro Crush. Because it used to be like yeah, Tubi's another one. Tubi's another one. Because I was kind of surprised they had all the the power, like they had all the Ranger shows, the Power Ranger shows on Tubi. Like I remember showing you that. I remember showing you that they had Blue Dragon, Buddy Complex, Blackjack, Tower Draga. I need a, and they have creamy mommy. They have creamy mommy or mammy. Turbo Ranger. Oh really? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I was kind of surprised. Like you'd be surprised what you find on the internet. I gotta catch up on that series. Jesus Christ. Gotta look up John Henry because that's the movie that it. Yeah. You know, that's what's happening right now because yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Like they literally took over the industry and just turned it upside down. And a lot of people really hated some of the stuff they did with that stuff and it's like they really ruined He-Man, they ruined a lot of stuff. Yeah. And right now they don't they were Yeah. And that's what happened. Like, a lot of people are not liking what they're doing. Like, because they basically ruined a lot of franchises, and people didn't like what they did with the direction of those franchises, and it was weird. Like, they definitely weren't really. I'm watching Spy X Family. I like the show. Not going to lie, the character Anya is the most interesting character so many kids can relate to, and her great fan appeal of the character. Yeah, it is a good show. I agree. Yeah, this is Zam. Zam's actually a good friend of mine. Yeah, a lot of people really like that character because she's not a bad person. She's just a psychic. She has the psychic ability to read people's minds. Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. The young one. Yeah, yeah. She's actually an older actress that plays little girl roles, right? Hmm. Oh yeah, I remember that episode. Yeah, the ones like a yeah, because she's taller and she has the growth spurt. Yeah, but she was taller. Yeah, there are women that grow that way. She probably would be a basketball player by now if she wanted to. Hmm. Ah. Ooh. Luckily, you didn't end up with her. I can understand. My middle school years weren't that great either. I had a really bad experience in middle school. Let's see. Did you hear about the new DC characters? They race swapped and gender swapped characters. It's a joke to the point. I went to Barnes and Noble. Here, I went to Barnes and Noble and got a manga cashier that said to me I was the fourth person in a row that got a manga. She said ever since COVID happened, manga exploded sales. Yep. A lot of people are talking about it. Oh yeah, they're not happy with the sales right now, and I know that Warner Brothers and well, here's what I found out. They're actually kicking people out. They're actually firing people. Warner Brothers right now is firing the comic book people if they're not going to make any money because the new manager Ziza is not happy with how they're running it things. They canceled Batwoman. You probably heard about that. They canceled this guy is about money. If it doesn't make any money, they're not welcome to do it anymore. Yeah, because I do feel bad because a lot of them are going to lose their jobs because this guy is not holding back on them. It's under new management. Because right now, reality is going to hit people in the face now. Yeah, because they weren't making much money, and they got Discovery and Warner Brothers merging together. AT&T just basically gave up. Yeah, which a lot of people are concerned about this new company that bought them out. Yeah, no, because they were basically wasting all that money on all that crap that they own. And AT&T, they basically just, they didn't care. They just wanted them to make money, but they weren't making any money because the failures that they were having within especially with Batwoman, that wasn't even getting much ratings. And that was the situation with Batwoman, was that they basically kind of killed it off. And that's what's going on. They basically failed to sell that. They basically failed the advertisers. They were expecting viewership. They were expecting people, especially wasting money on the Cartoon Network series, giving it a live action series, which was the Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, people were pissed. No, yeah, and that's why, thanks to Powerpuff Girls, they were like, we wasted all this money to fund this crap, and you gave us crap, okay, fine. We're going to sell it. We're going to sell this whole studio. Fuck all of you people. You're all done. And oh yeah, they were done all right. That's what happened. Let's see here. Yeah, I found out that the new Cartoon Network is going to be run by a specific is going to be run by a woman, but she had some success with the Food Network. And I remember criticizing it on Twitter, and someone actually popped up on me and talked about it. Let me see if I can show you guys the tweets, what this person said, because they claim. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I had people in my mentions talk about it. Let me see if I remember correctly, because let's see, because yeah, they quoted me, and one of them said this is a moderately active good sign that it is a BTS shift is happening. Better sign aligned to streamline with other plans. You put someone in charge of an area they have no expertise in because you need them to handle the paperwork for others making the choices. I actively have previously experienced with the two networks they listed. She handled and helped it overhaul their current success, so that I actually kind bodies as well as hostage crap I've been putting up through near the end. For clarity's sake, this is originally how Kevin Feige himself rose to fame. Selected him because he had no had no presence or familiarity with the material. He was a complete novice that others ignored. In the shift of the reshaped Marvel, he was the easiest as proof of concept. Now, granted, the flaw in the system is the inherent flaw we're seeing at Marvel now. With a broken system, we're seeing the work suffer more than it should, with no clear direction because a couple of comms break down due to the incompetence and ignorance alongside other issues. Now, this is why the phrase of need Kevin Feige like a figure is a fallacy upon itself and a problem. That figure was manufactured because it was manufactured. It's what going to lead the downfall of poor choices of what that was. Others never understood why I found that insulting and problematic when they say stuff like that. It's directly because it didn't grasp the figurehead means nothing, and if anything is more of an insult and a detriment from a healthy work system. As long as all that's fixed, credits restored, finances restored, assets actually in my direct name, so these kinds of messes never happen again. That clarity comes first on projects, not constant interlopes forcing in broken, harmful crap. And I have high hopes for what can be. So someone just sent that to me anonymously. They weren't really. So basically, they've been having issues with these people for a long time. Because what this person said here is basically that they were because I kind of commented on one of these people talking about the whole situation with Cartoon Network news and schedules, because they fired Tom Ashman that exists as the president of Warner Brothers. They basically had him exit. And I basically commented to another person talking about these people. And they basically said because they announced that Kathleen Finch will be overseeing Cartoon Network. And I actually read her background, and I actually kind of made a comment about it, saying I will give her, because I kind of mentioned this, saying I will give her credit that she ran Home and Garden Television, Food Network, and also TLC very well. But I do agree she doesn't know how to run a kids and family young adults network. People should, because I was kind of worried. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because TLC, 90 Day Fiance and all those other shows. God knows people are so addicted to that stuff. Like this woman, because according to her, yeah, because that's what she was under. Like she also did Travel Channel and also OWN. She supervised the digital lifestyle studios groups. Yeah, so she was more into the lifestyle thing, and it's like producing videos and social content in support of Discovery Digital Business. So basically she's a shill. So she's going to be because I looked into the whole Discovery, because that's her profile. She was like the chief lifestyle brands officer. So now she's going to be overseeing Cartoon Network, which is kind of what a lot of people are talking about. Well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet because you keep this in mind. The new owner of the CEO of Discovery slash Warner Brothers is going to see if they can pull off anything and successful. If not, he would fire them, because I understand he's been letting go of a lot of people from Warner Brothers because he wants to save money, and he's a bit of a dick from what I heard. Like if they don't make money, they're gone. And according to the source here, they've been sabotaging. Like, I have a long grown tired of the fake image games and theatrics in the past that they were used to damage my life, my works, and were used at the expense of uplifting problematic people or damage work. I never want to go back to that. I want all that has gone so that back, because this is an insider that came forward talking about this. And it's just an anonymous user who basically came forward to me saying some stuff. Back at the core, making good art and material forward into today's and tomorrow, not stuck in the constant loops of feeding the worst of the worst because of sabotage. So basically, they were sabotaging people in that company. Yeah. 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 So, yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to read on this anonymous person said, because I do believe this person may be working for Warner Brothers. Because according to them, they said, I effing hate the pedestals and crowns. I hate to say it, my constant tossing away is what's also causing the personal life messes I'm dealing with now. When I actively needed my everything to save what's important to me at home before it's all lost, so I don't have time to waste. What has cost me in years loss and more is no longer an option that's viable. This abuse has to end and has to be fixed. No matter who doesn't like what they get outed in the process, while others should rightfully still be given the respect for being supportive as they were. No more of these shadow games or whatever else, so others can leech off of. Only path forward is being earnest, open, and honest. No theatrics and fakeness at the expense of the work and others. Okay, that's fair. This person actually pointed out some issues within the industry, because there were some people that that did ruin people's lives. Like, there's also Johnny Depp's situation. There's also because I kind of do agree with this person's point about the theatrics that they're pulling, especially in business wise, especially lying to people in in business, like not stuck in the constant loops of only feeding the worst of the worst because of sabotage. That does seem kind of, but this is an anonymous person. Okay. Resident, yeah, it's on Netflix. Resident Evil TV show looks bad. Yeah, because of the whole Wesker character. It feels like Capcom doesn't even care about their property being. That's what they did. Yeah. Okay. Oh crap. This is funny. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I kind of do feel bad. Like, they've been. It's because the economy went to hell, and it's like this is a. And I was like reading this from the people, this anonymous user who basically claims to have worked in that industry. And I do feel bad for this person, because this person really hated what they were doing in Warner Brothers, by the looks of it, and hopes that this new person would take over and not try to screw over anybody in the business. Yeah. I wouldn't give my hopes up. Like, I would say this. I will say this. we'll see what happens. If anything happens, I'm gonna be critical about it in a harsher way. And people may not like what I have to say about it, but I will say it. But because right now they're letting go of people in Warner Brothers. Yeah, CW is still around, but they might sell it off. Yeah, they still have the website, but they're canceling shows in 2022. Let's see. Batwoman, Charm, Dynasty, In the Dark, Legacy, Legends of Tomorrow, Naomi, Roswell, New Mexico. Yeah, Roswell's kind of wasn't really doing so well. And 4,400. Those are the shows that are being canceled by CW. It was canceled a long time ago. They ended that series with the crossover with Superman and all those other people. They had to end it that way with the Crisis on Earth. They were doing the Crisis on Earth episode. Yeah. Yeah. I used to remember the cartoon series. Yeah, it was canceled. But let's see. Fox is like they're canceling shows. Like I'm kind of surprised. Like let me see here. CW All American renewed for fifth season. All American Homecoming renewed for second season. Batwoman canceled after 3 seasons. Charmed canceled after 4 seasons. DC Legends canceled after 7 seasons. Dynasty canceled after 5 seasons. The Flash renewed for the 9th season. What? The Flash is being renewed? You know, The Flash in the Dark is canceled for 4 seasons. Kung Fu, oh yeah. That new show is being renewed for a 3rd season. Let's see. Legacies canceled after. I actually liked it, Legacies, but sadly it just didn't do so well after the 3rd season. I didn't like it. Nancy Drew is now renewed for the 4th season. Naomi was canceled after 1 season. Penn and Teller's Fool Us renewed for a 9th season. Riverdale renewed for the 7th season. Roswell, New Mexico canceled on a 4th season. Superman and Lois renewed for a 3rd season, which is actually a good show. Walker renewed after 3rd season. World's Funniest Animals renewed after 3rd season. 4400 canceled after one season. So pretty much Charm, Dynasty, Batwoman, and because I'm surprised. I didn't like Kung Fu, but it was okay. It wasn't like the best show. But they also got Naomi, which wasn't really that good. And I'm surprised after seeing Riverdale. I don't know why anyone's into Riverdale. Sandman? Yeah, I heard about it. It's a comic book by Neil Gaiman back in the early 90s. Is telling people on Twitter that Sandman has always been woke, yet he doesn't know Netflix stocks dropped it and doesn't even know what is going on with the company. Yeah, he doesn't. Like he's basically but he's more of a he's just a writer. You have to understand. Yeah, there's been a lot of situation with Netflix, especially with their reality show that they try to do. That one got into some trouble. I know that Neil Gaiman right now is like, he's more focused on just trying to do other works. Like he's just basically focused on working on his books and writing and everything. And right now his other show that he was doing, like, let me see if I can remember. What was that one show? He did Good Omens, but he also did Lucifer. He also did let me see, what else did he do? Because I know he there's a show that I liked that he did, that he wrote, which was Gods of America. I forget what it's called. Yeah, American Gods. Yeah, because he could buy them out. He could buy them out and say, "Hey, can I have my IP back? I would like to pay for for $1 million." Yeah, meaning they won't copyright it. They can't copyright it like they used to. They're gonna have to they're gonna have to buy back the copyright and refile it, which is gonna cost money. Hey, no time, no see. Fourth Angel, 14th Angel. It's been a long time. Hey, I got back to Walmart. They rehired me. Yeah, but I'm working at a different store now. Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Yeah. So you got an Xbox One or a computer? Uh, you mean the whatchamacallit, the Funko Pops? Yeah, they're collectors that they're like the obsessive collection thing. Like it's like it's kind of like Beanie Babies in a way. It's like a big huge thing because they've been they're trying to sell those because those are popular lately. Like they're like collectors, like bobbleheads, and I'm just like, I remember selling mine. I remember selling like a bobblehead of Spider-Man, and some guy was asking me on like he wanted me to cancel an order, and I sold it for like 20 something bucks, and the guy was asking me, oh, I needed like cancel the order. I'll pay you $50 for that Spider-Man, because it was from the movie Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man movie with Andrew Garfield, and yeah, and the weird, I know, and they've been making a whole bunch of themes from other TV shows, cartoons, Transformers, you name it. They've been doing that. And it's like they're trying to sell it off so that people can collect them. But in reality, they're like if you look up the value for these things, like people were trying, like people, like let me look up the value of these Funko Pops. Yeah, yeah, I know. Hell, they're not. They're not. They're like 20 something bucks for these figures. And you know what? They're actually, yeah, at least all it's yeah. I know. They've been trying to sell those things, and I'm like that's funny. They're actually giving away like the fawns and everything. Like they even have the Cartoon Network theme ones. They have the Star Wars theme ones. And it's like right now, like let me see what my Dragon Ball Z is worth. Like I have some Dragon Ball Z figures from Funko Pop. Like the price guide for, let's see if I can find it. Dragon Ball Z Goku Nimbus figurine. Let me see what else they have. But that's fair. Let's see. Let's see, a Funko Pop from. Let's see if I can look at the Pez. Oh, they got Pez out. Mecha Frieza Pez, which is like. Okay, a Majin Buu Lollipop is $27. A Mecha Frieza with Blaster is $21 to $150. Let me see if it. Like, they even got the pins for these for Funko Pops. Like, let me see if they got the Funko Pop that's like over 9,000. Let's see if they got the Vegeta one. Let's see. Prince Vegeta is $19 to $95. That's just the estimated value of the Great Ape Vegeta. Let me see. The Majin Vegeta power up, which is about $13 to $400. Vegeta Glocklick gun. Let me see, what else do they have? Jesus Christ. Vegeta Windy. Are you kidding me? These things go up in value? Oh my fucking god. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, autographed by Christopher Sabat. $145 for Christopher Sabat Vegeta. Yeah, I know. It's sad but true that they did that. Funko Pop vinyl. If you can get an autograph from Vegeta from Christopher Sabat for $145, good luck. Yeah, that's kind of true. Let me see. What are the Funko Pops? Yeah. Let me see. 860. Let me see if that's the one that I'm trying to look for. 860. Yeah. I've been given Funko Pops from family and friends. I even bought one because I thought they were really cool looking. I can understand. Okay, Funko Pops. Yeah, because I think most people want to burn Amber Heard's merchandise from Funko Pop right now. Yeah. Yeah, so the price guide on Funko Pops. Let me see if I can find them because I know I have like a. Let me see. Yeah, because I know that. Yeah. Let me see. 860. Let me see what the value of that one is. The Majin Vegeta one. Okay. Let's see. 10. Let's see. Let's see. Wow, really? Yeah, so yeah, yeah, they like the top one is like this the New York Comic Con 2014 one is worth $4,000 for Planet Aria Vegeta fig yeah. And they even have the Vegeta one that's worth $60, like the from GameStop. I know there's one that that one's probably going to be rare because it's Toys R Us, which no longer is around. The 300 hit Vegeta, the Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black Top from Hot Topic is $46, which is probably what my thing's probably worth less than that. Because I have like, let's see, because I have Majin Vegeta, but I don't know where that is on the list because it's probably fake. Oh, this is the one that I have. It's worth $30. That's the one that I have that I'm currently trying to sell, and it's a hot top. Like, fuck that. I'm gonna go ahead and put that as $30. Yeah. I'm gonna take that off. That's what I have. The Hot Topic version that my family gave me for my birthday. Actually, Christmas. I had that for $30. Yeah, $30, and it's like lowered now. It's like minus 3% now. I'm gonna take that off the store that I have. I was trying to get rid of those things. Let me see. Yeah. Because I do believe I have Super Saiyan Goku. Let me see. First appearance. Super Saiyan Goku. Let me see if I have Super Saiyan Goku. Super. I don't know. Super Saiyan Goku. Probably. But I don't open them up. I don't bother to because I know that it's like I just use them as like plastic. I know that did you hear that Hasbro's getting rid of their plastic in their display for figures? They're getting rid of their plastic in the figure display thing. A lot. Yeah. Hmm. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of people are kind of like talking about this in the toy community about that whole situation with because a lot of collectors are concerned about the fact that they want something to be displayed, but they can't display it because of the fact that it's going to be covered in cardboard, and they've been doing that with Star Wars. Jesus. Yeah, because toy collectors. Yeah, and a lot of toy collectors are concerned about this because this is kind of like they pay and they're actually amping up the prices on these toys. No joke. Considering that because of yeah. Here's here's my advice to you: go to the store early. You'll get your Hot Wheels cars. Go to the store in the early mornings and get it. That's how a lot of the people who collect Hot Wheels get their cars. They always go in there by the opening and then they just go in and get out. Mm. Yep. Here it is. Okay, so apparently this is worth $21. That's how much my Super Saiyan Goku first appearance one looks like. Most and mostly people are buying. Most people these days are buying Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards because that's the hip thing to do. And plus, plus thanks to Jake Paul. Jake Paul kind of amped up the value of Pokemon cards because he bought one for a lot of money, like probably around 30,000. No, he didn't destroy it. He kept it. He basically amped up the value, which a lot of kids followed through. Yeah. But here's the thing. But here's the thing that people are kind of upset about, and I want to point out about the whole toy thing. They're amping up the prices on toys. Yeah, they're amping up the figures that are like $5 to 20 to 40 to yeah, yeah, yeah. So to my understanding, this is kind of what's going on because they're getting a bit obsessive about this because they want to sell these toys and because of inflation they right now the toy industry is going to have to do it because of the fact that and I don't agree with it don't and it's kind of sad too because a lot of these figures are worth money because a lot of them want to buy like the figurines and everything. And I know that right now they're selling these I don't like the Valentine's Day Funko Pops, especially the pink ones for Star Wars. Like they kind of did that because they wanted to do a theme, especially at Walmart. They've been doing that too. Like they did the St. Patrick's Day themed Funko Pops. They even did the Earth Day Funko Pops. They did the like they literally were trying to sell these things. Like they were doing this every time. Like they were doing next they'll probably do the Halloween themed Funko Pops. No joke, they'll do it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. So they're actually, the little figurines that you see that are like GI Joe size like figures. They're now $15. It used to be like $5 or $6. Now they're amping up the prices. Yeah, that's true. They're no longer the plastic nation manufacturing. The return. Yeah, they're becoming the isolationist country now. Yeah, and right now, like you can even see the He-Man figures. There's some that I'm kind of interested in that I want to buy. Although they're a bit expensive, I might just get one. Yeah. Yeah, this is Anti-Eternia He-Man action figure. Luckily, they won't start a controversy over this. Oh, yeah, but this is the this is Anti-Eternia He-Man action figure. Yeah, yeah. Masters of the Universe Origins of Sunman action figure. Yeah, this is Sunman, which a lot of people talked about, like Masters of the Universe Origins Sunman action figure. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. They made Sunman, which is what a lot of people don't realize. The Rulers of the Sun fan, longtime fans, a new generation of kids love action adventures. Experience the thrilling action adventures of He-Man and Skeletor. Yes, yes, he existed in the He-Man universe. Sunman. That's what he is. Yeah. Cousin. Jitsu, the evil monster. Hmm. Yeah. Let me see. The Transformers figures. Yeah. Yeah, and they're bringing back like the old Transformers figures. Let's see. Transformers and I would like to buy that toy just because it's G.I. Joe and Transformers. Hebro. Let's see. What's this one? Oh, it's Super Shogun figures. No way. Does it have the rocket punch? Oh yeah, it does have the. Yeah, I used to remember they used to sell these in Puerto Rico. The Super Shogun figures. They used to have Gekking, and I used to remember they sold these in Puerto Rico back in the days. I used to remember like the Super Shogun warriors, and if it was a long time ago. I used to remember it was like in the 80s in Puerto Rico. Yeah, they were like little robots. They were like robots that were like the size of a kid. Like a yeah. They also had they actually they were like the size of a kid. They were like a size of a 4-year-old kid, and they used to do the springboard rocket punch thing, and then they just fire out of their fists. And I remember these things, and I'm surprised that they're selling this for like $349. When I used to remember back in the days they were like 30 to $60. That's good. Holy hell. Jazz figure pin. Oh, cool. So they got a junk heap. It's one of the Junkion Transformers. $33. Like that's kind of cool though. Okay, perceptors, the reflectors. Yeah. So reaction. So they're just making like figures for these things. I don't even know why they're doing that. Like this is how much they're. This is what they're doing. Their 3-inch figurines are like $17 now. But they also got Marvel Legends. I know they brought back their like 90s cartoon of Spider-Man. I saw those in stores. Those are the figures I want to buy. Like they had the Fantastic Four figures. That's what I want to buy. Like yeah. Yeah. Here's the example. Like that one from the Spider like they were trying to do like the 90s Spider-Man cartoon show of Shocker. Especially Spider-Man when he was the symbiote Spider-Man. And this is from the cartoon. Like they were trying to make them look like the cartoon from the TV series. I'm sorry. That I'll bruh. I know it's and they're trying to sell those at higher prices. And that's the sad part too. It's like some of those things are like yeah, I know. And they're selling them at higher prices. That's the sad truth of the matter. We're gonna charge him. Yeah, they're gonna charge it. They're gonna charge more money for it. Yeah, and this is an example of one of the like I kind of do agree with the guy pointing out that this is what they're gonna be charging up the ass for them. This is one of the examples, like the 1/6 scale Masters of the Universe Hordak. Yeah, it's gonna be $229. Like Jesus Christ. Yeah, like the Spawn. Of course, it's Todd McFarlane's toys, which has been like this for a while. Like, of course, he's gonna charge $40 for those things because it's Spawn. Because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to sell you guys stuff. But some of his toys, to be honest, they're really good quality though. I know it is. You, bro, you okay? You breathing? He always jokes around like that. Yeah. You breathing, bro? You okay? I haven't been sleeping well, man. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have like a filter on this thing. That's the problem, bro. Mortal Kombat. And they even have like the Seven Deadly Sid's action figures, and those are like $119. Well. And oh yeah, Todd McFarlane's also selling Warhammer figures, and they're like $20. Yeah, they're also relying on trying to sell this stuff, like merchandise wise, because they want to make money off of it. Yeah, yeah, they're relying on it because they want to make money, because they know that that's what attracts people to watch this stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. That's fair. Yeah. I know it. I know the feeling. Yeah, anyways, I'm going to probably end this stream because it is interesting to talk about this stuff, especially the whole situation with the Filipino artist. Um, yeah. Marcos Jr., he used to be a fascist leader who was a dictator back in the Philippine days, back in the early 70s. Yeah, I know we had some arguments online about it. It's like the people that were upset about this, um, they're in that hug box thing, and I'm just like looking at them, going like reading some of the stuff that they've been dealing with, and I try to tell this lady, I don't really care about Filipino politics. I'm just an outsider, but doing that to those people, doing it to your own people, that's sad. Because apparently this is what they have an issue with. Their vice president has a history of let's put it this way, a bloody approach against criminality, especially the widespread trafficking of the use of illegal drugs before the rose. And this is what the person said. Fuck off with the dumb shit. Duverte, or whatever his name is, killed people off the books for doing drugs. You people just have no idea. Some like the guy, the people that like you heard about the meme about the Filipino leader throwing people off of helicopters. Yeah, Tertetes. That's what is. That's the daughter of the lead. That is the vice president in the territory. He just happens to be good friends with them. There is no court case, no charges, nothing. Driving intoxicated too. There are reports that people who spoke out against Marcos are vanishing as we speak. All the subs harping about free speech. You're sure willing to condone killing people speaking opposition? No, because I said that this is what I said. I hate to be mean, but I don't want to get involved in Filipino politics. It's a mess over there. Same with Puerto Rico. Yeah, anyone outside can be critical, but we can't condemn their people for the leaders they voted for, because that would cause them to hate the country, and that is being cruel to them because of politics. And people can call us racist, but look what they're doing to Filipino artists now. That's what I replied to that person. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't realize that. And I'm not going to try to condemn those people just because they have a leader that you don't like. I get that. But outside of it, it does not affect anyone. Their leader does not affect anything other than the fact that they are the leader of their own, of that country right now. Personally, if you really want to be, if you really want to get involved with Filipino politics or Puerto Rican politics or Chinese politics, good luck trying. It is a complicated thing. especially like. Yeah, it's like don't get as don't get us started about Puerto Rican politics. I know. It, yeah, especially last year, especially what happened last with the hurricanes. Like remember what happened? Like everyone was so crazy. Especially I kind of liked it the whole meme of the guillotine 20. Guillotine was the best thing ever happened. Like I would vote for guillotine just because guillotine was used, should have been used. Mm-hmm. Ooh. So ooh, maybe it was money. Yeah, maybe it was money because she had a lot of money and she probably spent a lot of money. Yeah, like that was like that's the pastime that a lot of Puerto Ricans do, street racing. No joke. That's what my dad. That's my yeah. My dad did it. He did street racing when he was younger. Yeah, you would love my dad if you met him. You two would get along pretty well with cars because he would probably talk to you about old cars, old muscle cars. Yeah. All right, you take care, man. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. You have a good night, everyone. Yeah, good night, everybody. See y'all later.